What's up guys, it's Gabe back with another video, and today I decided to make a video where I show you guys what I do when I don't film YouTube videos. So basically, I'm a huge weather nerd. I forecast the weather for Oregon and Washington every single weekday, and I wanted to show you guys the behind the scenes on how I forecast the weather. Hope you guys enjoy. So y'all are probably thinking, why am I in a different setup? Well, that is actually because I'm in the process of moving from the Portland area to the La Grande area. They're both still in Oregon, just really far away, about 5 hours apart, and I'm really going to miss my friends out in Portland. But I will say I am very excited to move over to the east side of the Cascades because the weather is just so more extreme and exciting to forecast over on the east side. So this will be my temporary setup before I get settled into my new house in a few weeks. I am still forecasting for the Portland area because I have a lot of followers over there, so don't worry, I'm still keeping tabs on Portland, but I also extended my weather coverage out east, so now I'm doing a La Grande forecast here. These are both the forecasts that I published yesterday evening. I'm forecasting, lots of sun throughout the day with a possibility of seeing some thunderstorms later this evening, high of about 100. The forecast is on track. I kind of want to show you. I am in La Grande right now. I'm going to go back to Portland next week because we're still, in the process of moving. You can kind of see these scattered clouds moving in kind of through here and about to come up here. This is the satellite imagery. It's still a possibility for a few isolated thunderstorms this evening. It won't be much, but I will also show you the current temperatures. At the 2 o'clock hour, La Grande was 96, so we are definitely on track today to get 100. And as in terms of the Portland area, I was forecasting full-on sunshine today, hot temperatures. Let's check that out. 2 o'clock temperature, 88 in Portland. We are on track to hit the low to mid-90s today. I'll also show you over on satellite imagery. It is perfectly clear over here in the Portland area. So my forecast is on track today, so that's great. So now I am going to forecast for tomorrow from about, 2 o'clock to about 6 o'clock in the afternoon is my window of forecasting. So I'm going to move what I forecasted yesterday one day to the left to update for today, and that's where I kind of start out looking what I forecasted yesterday, and then I'll look at the new modeling to see what updates that I have to change. So I'll show you guys that in the next shot. Alright, so now I have moved all the conditions over the next day just kind of to set me up to kind of get an idea what's going to happen. Obviously I have the last day open since it's a new day and I haven't forecasted yet. Obviously the same thing for Portland, kind of what I have there just to set me up. Now it's time to look at the new model runs to see what changes I have to make. So first, what I go on here is a website called Pivotal Weather. These are the 500 millibar height anomalies. Basically, it just shows me the weather pattern over the next week and a half. This kind of red color right near here is high pressure. So we are in high pressure over most of our region. And you can see as we kind of progress throughout the next few days into the weekend, we kind of get a low pressure system coming in. This is like kind of that color right there. That means that the temperatures drop. We get some clouds coming in. You just kind of get that information by looking at the height anomalies. And this is specifically the European high resolution model, which is usually the most accurate and dependable models. As you can see, there's so many other ones, but I mean, most models agree going into at least the next several days, that's kind of the weather pattern we're going into. I also look at tropical tidbits, so this is specifically the GFS model. So this is a look at this, kind of see the precipitation. You can also look at the high and low, not temperature, but in terms of the high and low pressure system coming in. And it's kind of lagging right now because I don't have the best Wi-Fi, but once I move into my new place, I should get pretty fast Wi-Fi. But you also see what's interesting on here. So this system is particularly focused on the kind of the North Washington or South Canadian border, so right around Vancouver, BC. But it's possible that like the back edge of that system could bring possible spotty drizzle into the Portland area. As you can see, that's what it means by the 20%. That means a 20% chance of precipitation as we kind of get increasing clouds Monday and increasing sunshine on Tuesday, kind of like the late Monday, early Tuesday timeline. So that's kind of what I was watching there, at least in terms of yesterday, but this updated modeling still kind of wants to bring that. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume that Monday, Tuesday forecast won't change that significantly when I updated it for this afternoon. But so yeah, that's just something I'm kind of looking at. And the last one is windy. And by the way, all these websites are free: pivotalweather.com, tropicaltidbits.com, and windy.com. Windy.com shows just 4 models, usually more of the reliable ones: the European, GFS, Metal Blue, and NAM. The NAM goes out like about 2 days, and Metal Blue goes out about 7 days. The European GFS is somewhere around like 10 to 14 days, if I remember right. Now it is time to like very closely look at the modeling and make the minor changes that I need to. So I usually first just forecast for Portland, and then I forecast for LeGrand. I don't know why I do in that order. That's what I do. This is wind, by the way. Hint the name windy, but you can switch it to all these different tabs. You can look at the current radar satellite, the projected wind, rain, thunder, temperature, clouds. So first, what I really like to do is go in the clouds here, just to kind of look what we're looking at. So this is specifically the European model. Right now it's set for today at 2 p.m., which is just not that long ago. You can see basically clear up down the I-5 corridor, and you can see those spotty clouds I'm talking about that could produce some isolated thunderstorms. We'll see. It's not necessarily likely, but it is watching a slight possibility for that to happen. But regardless, so let's look on Portland. A high of 88, mostly sunny skies. Basically, I always put the cloud on the second half of the sun. For example, for like LeGrand, tomorrow I put it on the first half of the sun. That just indicates when the clouds would be there. So it's not that much clouds, but that just basically means just a few scattered clouds in the morning. In LeGrand tomorrow, all sunny in the afternoon. Vice versa in Portland, all sunny in the morning, just a few scattered clouds coming in the afternoon. So that's kind of what that hints. So first we're going to go on to Portland here, and we're going to look at, okay, let's look at tomorrow, which is Friday. We kind of go through here. So this is, 6 p.m. this evening. We just kind of progress through here. So this is 5 a.m. as you can see. This is specifically the European model. So you can see maybe some scattered clouds to the north and to the south, but so completely clear in Portland. And that continues. And this is 2 p.m. as you can kind of see right down here. Let me just fast forward this. About 5 p.m. There's a few scattered high clouds moving in that I was talking about. Here's 8 p.m. Just a few scattered high clouds in the picture. So the European model still wants to bet what I forecasted yesterday, mostly sunny. And so far so good on last night's update, but let's just verify that with a couple more models. So this is specifically the GFS model. So let's fast forward this back to, let's say, 6 a.m. Again, so it wants to have a couple scattered high clouds to the west, but generally clear, yeah. Just in the immediate Portland, Vancouver metro area. You can see 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m. We're all clear. And this is 4 p.m., generally clear, 5 p.m. 6 p.m., the scattered high clouds start to move. This is the NAM. Again, there's a few scattered high clouds coming in at 7 p.m. Metal Blue is a model that I've been very interested in. It looks like the weather app on your phone, I've noticed, specifically the Weather Channel, which is usually the app on everybody's phone, no matter what you have, Android, Apple. It looks to be automated by the Metal Blue, which is not always the most accurate. Short range, it seems to be fairly accurate, but once you get a few days out, it seems to be not that accurate. So that's why the weather app on your phone isn't the most reliable. It's also all computer automated. No humans overlook it. It just automatically goes out on your phone. So that's why I'm here to verify that. And it's also weird that the Metal Blue can't display. And when I go through this isn't actually the Metal Blue. So I don't know why it's like that. So when I have to look at the Metal Blue, I just look at the icons down here. All models agree on a few scattered clouds in the afternoon. So what I can say is I'm going to probably keep the forecast on mostly sunny. These probably won't be the exact high temperatures that I'm going to have in my final forecast. Just to let you know, I look at the conditions first, then I fiddle with the temperatures, which is a good thing because the conditions obviously affect the temperature. So just to let you know, that's what I do. So yeah, so far we're so good for Friday. Same update. So now let's go over to Saturday. Right now I have clouds to sun. So let's look at that. So right now, this is the European model, 6 a.m. So yeah, there is noticeably a lot of cloud cover in Portland here. Less to the south, more to the north. So this is 8 a.m. By 11 a.m., still some clouds there. And by 2, it's mainly sunny. So the last couple of days, the European seems to be really the only one that's been showing that amount of cloud cover in the morning, while other models don't show that. But I've been relying on the European since it's been inconsistent. It's usually more accurate. But let's see if the other models decided to change. But so far from the European, that's kind of the setup we have. Clouds in the morning, sunshine in the afternoon. Yeah, so the GFS is this kind of the same deal as what it was yesterday. This doesn't show any significant cloud cover at all. I mean, this Saturday morning, this is 6, 7, 8 a.m. And we're still, I mean, there's cloud cover to the north and really down south. But in terms of the actual immediate Portland area, it doesn't show anything at all. And that just shows a few scattered high clouds in the afternoon. So the GFS still is consisted on not having any actual significant morning clouds. Going over to the meadow blue, again, it doesn't display it, but you can see it does show a good deal of cloud cover in the morning, and then it becomes scattered early afternoon, full sunshine in the afternoon. So I can bet on the meadow blue says at least more clouds than sun the Saturday morning. So that agrees with the European model. We go over to the NAM. The NAM, again, cuts off late Saturday night, early Sunday, but since this is Saturday, I can still look at this. So the NAM itself here is kind of the same deal as the GFS model. More clouds to the south, but in the immediate Portland area, not much, and then just scattered high clouds throughout the day. So this is another 50-50 split kind of thing, where the NAM and GFS right now are saying just scattered high clouds throughout the day. The meadow blue in European has more significant cloud cover in the morning. So this is a tough call, but at least for right now, I'm going to stick to what the European and the meadow blue says to clouds to sun. Obviously, this video could be very long by the time I just keep doing this, so I'm going to cut the video off here, bring the video back once I finish the 7-day forecast for Portland, and I'll kind of pause it right here so then you can see the changes that I made. Alright, I just went through all the modeling data for Portland, and it's kind of what my 7-day forecast looks like. Kind of a bit of a mess before I make my final decision. They're not huge changes no matter which model that I go with, especially Friday and Sunday, but the more dependable models agree with this, so I'm not changing Friday, Saturday, Sunday in terms of the conditions. And then once you get to Monday, this is where models start to significantly disagree. But I put sun to clouds or vice versa. See, I'll show you what I mean on here. This is a look at the GFS model for Monday. See, this has sunny skies in the morning, right? And then increasing cloud cover in the afternoon. You see, that's possible patchy drizzle right there, and you can also see that on the icons too, as you can kind of see move through Portland. Now let's look at the European model. Look, this says clouds in the morning with possible drizzle on Monday, then increasing sunshine in the afternoon. So that's what I mean about vice versa. They both show the same premise, at least saying half of the day will be covered with clouds with possible drizzle, but they disagree on what half of the day that is. Normally I would go with the European model, but just kind of the way that it's set up, I might just go with the GFS model, which is the same update that I had last night, sun to clouds. Because, I mean, yeah, there could be, clouds could build Sunday overnight into Monday morning, but I kind of have a feeling, I mean, sun leading to cloud cover and then clouds leading to sun. It kind of makes more sense to me than just rebuilding. So that's probably what I'm going to go with here. Sun to clouds, so exactly the same as last night's update. And then at this point, as Tuesday, I'm going the same as I did last night. The only difference is now no modeling shows any chance of drizzle in the morning, so I'm going to take that 20% chance off the forecast. And now models really seem to agree on Thursday, so that tells me we're partly cloudy to partly sunny. The difference between partly cloudy and partly sunny, a lot of forecasters kind of don't know the difference, but I personally know the difference. Partly cloudy means less than half of the sky is covered by clouds. Partly sunny means more than half the sky is covered by clouds. So that's actually the official definition. I'm not going to make my final decision in terms of that until I put in the temperatures to kind of see how it balances out. But before I do that, we're going to move on to Legrand. And generally, Legrand seems to be a lot more sunnier and warmer than Portland, which makes sense because that's the climate is usually like that around here. I'm not going to video me doing the same thing I did for Portland, as you kind of get the premise of what I'm doing. Since that would just be a very long video at that point. It's a lot more sunshine and not as exciting. It's forecasting a little bit more in the way of cloud cover. So I'm just going to do the same premise as what I did for Portland, but then I'm going to hop over on here to Legrand, which is right here, doing the same exact premise here, and looking at what I just did for Portland, and I'll get back to you, and you'll be able to see the changes now. Alright, so that is what so far I have. So far I'd say the same through at least Monday. Originally I had Tuesday sunny, and it looks fairly sunny, but a few clouds will be possible. So I'm deciding between mostly sunny or sunny. So same thing for Wednesday. It's completely sunny, abundant sunshine. Thursday, kind of same thing, 50-50 between mostly sunny or sunny. A few clouds will be possible, but still mostly sunshine. So just like for Portland, I would decide on Tuesday and Thursday once I enter in the temperatures and just kind of see what the balance is, and I'll decide then. Alright, so I've gathered the high and low temperatures. This is how I do that. So for the first 3 days, that includes Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I use Meadow Blue's temperatures. That seems to be the most accurate short range. And I've wrote them all down here. So I'm going to type it in. So for Legrand, I'm going to keep that 101 tomorrow. That seems the most accurate. But I'm going to put the low down to about 60. For Saturday, keep it 93, but we're going to put the low up to 58. For Sunday, let's bring the high up to 92, and then the low up to 59. Okay, then let's move on to Portland. So I'm going to keep the high 88 tomorrow. Keep the low for 62. On Saturday, we're going to bring the high up to 83. And the low down to 63. For Sunday, let's bring the high up to 86. And the low up to 64. And I know that just minor changes to most people, but it definitely is important to me to even capture those minor changes from last night. And so, the reason why I'm just typed in the first 3 days is Meadow Blue seems to be fairly accurate, short range, but temperature-wise, not necessarily conditions-wise. That's why I look at all the modeling. Because even yesterday, the Weather Channel, which uses Meadow Blue, it looks like, said mostly sunny all day, 0% chance of precipitation here in Legrand, and we got a lot of thunderstorm action late yesterday evening, and I'm the one who called that because I depended on the European model. They got the high temperature right, and that's kind of the same basis what I use the high temperature and the low temperature for. The only difference is I look at more modeling to look at the conditions, which the weather app on your phone gets run a lot, but they do a pretty good job doing short range temperatures. But again, long range, that's when it really disagrees. So that's why for long range, for both Legrand and Portland, I go over to National Weather Service. This is the National Blend Modeling. It basically just blends the most dependable models together. So that's what I begin after the first 3 days. So this is how we do it. So choose NBM product. We're doing NBE, which stands for National Blend Extended, which means that's the extended forecast, like a 7-day sort of thing. So first we're going to do Legrand. So the abbreviation for the Legrand Airport is KLGD. So we're going to press View Bulletins, and it'll just take a few seconds to pop up. Alright, so this is the text version here, and these are for the high and low temperatures and National Blend Extended Modeling Guidance. As you can see, last updated 22 UTC, and that's military time. So into standard time, that is 3 p.m. and it is 4:37. So that is the most updated modeling right there. So then let's type it in. So again, we're going to be beginning on Monday. As you can see, it's kind of confusing. You're like, oh wait, what? Saturday's going to be a high of 101? That's so much different from your forecast. Well, that's not what that means. You need to look at it closely. See, 0 UTC is actually Friday afternoon. So it's actually, when you look at this, this is what the National Blend Modeling has for tomorrow. So it's about a day after, because it's in military time. So really for Saturday, the high for Saturday is 93, the low for Saturday is 57 is what this says. So again, we're starting on Monday. So first we look for Monday and then go a day after that. So Monday, high of about 86 on Monday. So we're going to lower for 87 to 86. And then a low of also 51, which is still the same. So I'm keeping that the same. If we go to Tuesday, which again is a day after where you see Tuesday, 85.51. So we're going to do 85. And usually it's really hard to do the exact same temperature 2 days in a row. And since I know we're cooling off just a bit, instead of putting 51, I put in 50. That's just what I've noticed. Forecasting, which isn't a huge difference, obviously, but that's what I'm going to do for Tuesday night. And then going on over to Wednesday, all the way up to 89.53. So I'm going to up the temperature 86 to 89 for your Wednesday. And then again, that's 53. So we're going to up the temperature from 51 Wednesday night to 53. And now we're going to do a completely different day that we haven't done yet on Thursday. And that one's 90, as you can see right here, 90.53. So let's bring the temperature here, 90. And again, I'm very OCD when it comes to having the same exact temperature. So instead of 53, we're going to put in 54. I'm just like that. I never like displaying this same exact temperature 2 days in a row, no matter what, for the high and low. That's just how I am. But so that should be fairly accurate. So that's Legrand there. And now we're going to go over to Portland. So again, we're going to do the same thing starting Monday. This time, what we're going to do is the abbreviation for the Portland airport is KPDX. So now we're going to view bulletins and wait for that to load here in just a few seconds. All right, so now that that's loaded, we're going to, again, look for Monday and then go right to the right of that for Monday. So this says 80.59 for Monday. So we're going to put this down to 80.59. And then the next day, Tuesday, 81.58. So let's put the temperature up to 81 and up to from 57 to 58. And then by Wednesday, 84.59 on Wednesday. So bring the temperature down from 85 to 84. And then the low temperature will stay the same, 59. Thursday, 81.56. So let's type in that exact number. All right. So those are the official high and lows now. And they go together pretty well. So now it's time to figure out the condition on Thursday. By noting the temperature, we're going to be partly sunny, which again means more than half the sky is covered by clouds, but still a few sun breaks in the picture. So we're going to change that to partly sunny. Clouds of sun icon is the same thing I use for partly sunny, since, you know, you don't see as much sun in the icon. So let's move this over. Computer's just a little bit laggy here. There you go. And usually I like to flip it around to show kind of a different take on it. And then there you go. That's what we got for Portland. And then for Legrand, this is what we're going to do here. Kind of see that. So then here, yeah, I would say the same. So a few clouds possible. I think that will be likely at this point. And I'm noting that because of the temperature is about the same. So we're going to do mostly sunny. And yep, at this point, yes, I'm going to keep it Abundant Sunshine, but I'm just going to title it different since it is a warm-up. So I'm just going to call it Sunny and Warmer. And then few clouds possible. Now, I'm thinking Abundant Sunshine. So then I would just call this Abundant Sunshine, which just means, you know, full-on sunshine. I forgot the S there. There you go. So then let me change the icons really quick. So now I'm going to put the scattered cloud on the first half of the day on Tuesday. There you go. And then for Thursday, all sunny. So let's just move this over. And there you go. So that is my final 7-day forecast for LeGrand, as you can see. And then moving into Portland, Wednesday. I mean, that's not much of a warm-up. We're actually going to change Wednesday from sunny to warming to abundant sunshine, because originally, last night, forecast models wanted to significantly warm up right around midweek, but now models aren't doing that for Portland. Now that I have a completed 7-day forecast, I wanted to show you how it compares to the forecast on the news stations that meteorologists provide. So this is from Fox 12 Oregon, KPTV. I believe Mark Nelson is the one in the weather room right now. This is what he predicts. Same thing as me tomorrow, 88. He says sunny skies, mostly sunny, not a huge difference. We both go morning clouds, roughly the same temperature on Saturday. Sunday, yep, about the same. I just go a little bit warmer. Monday, a little bit cooler than I'm going, and I totally get that because the European model is the one that says spots of morning drizzle along with lots of clouds in the morning, then increasing sunshine in the afternoon. I'm going the exact opposite because I'm going with the GFS, but I totally get that because the European is a great model, and I usually go with the European, but at least for tonight's update, I think the best case scenario is what I have. And then by Tuesday, yeah, generally the same as I have. I just have more cloud cover in the morning Tuesday, but about the same temperature. Wednesday, yep, about the same. And the only difference Thursday is I'm a little bit cooler because I have more cloud cover in the picture. And this is Matt Savino on KGW. Yeah, we go exactly the same. Mostly sunny, 88 tomorrow. Saturday, he goes a little bit warmer because I have more cloud cover in the morning. On Sunday, generally about the same. Monday, yeah, we generally go the same thing. That 20% chance means, you know, chance of scattered drizzle or rain showers. So, they go the same thing there. Tuesday, we go, wow, we actually go exactly the same. 81 clouds to sun Tuesday. We go the same there. Wednesday, roughly the same, 85. I'm like 84 sunny. And then, Matt Savino definitely agrees with me on the mix of clouds and sunshine, or partly sunny on Thursday. Just a couple degrees cooler than I'm going. So yeah, so that's kind of like the difference between my forecast and the professional meteorologists at the news stations. So you can see I'm roughly close. We're all looking at the same data. It's really about our different ways of coming up with our hypothesis. So that's just kind of what we got there. Hopefully all of you enjoyed this behind the scenes look at what I do when I'm not doing YouTube. So that is about it. If you want to follow my journey on forecasting the weather, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Rip City Weather for my weather information, or just my personal socials, Twitter and Instagram at Gabriel J. Curtis for what I do for YouTube, and then Snapchat at gcurtis259. Visit my weather website, www.g-weather.com, and that is about it. Hopefully you guys liked the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and see you guys in the next one. Peace out.